pressure and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. But he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Cardinals ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. With the catch, it's Washington. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Pulls it in, it's Hall. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Man, this quarterback's got some speed. You see him use those wheels to get outside. He was on the run, nobody even close to him defensively before he was able to find an open target to get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. On the move, he fires. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Throwing right. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Jennings. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Quarterback making checks. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again.
Where did he go?
They'll ride the hot hand. All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
But you got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A give to Brown. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself...
Maybe some room here.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
First down, right back to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville!
We knew this offense wanted to come into this one, establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown.
And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Handoff to the single back. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. He's got it along the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires downfield. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Skinner. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
If you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Hand off for Brown. Might have a chance. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Cardinals back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Gets the back moving. Off play action. Got his man down the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really...
Touchdown Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Hand off to the lone back. Picks up the first down. At the 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
This will make the offensive coordinator's life easier, taking over first and goal at the 1. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Rolling right and going deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That was a really nice throw down the field. This is a quarterback who prides himself on his downfield accuracy, and that's a play they desperately needed here. Not a lot of time left at the end of the first half, but that big completion now puts them in range to score some points here at the end of the half.
North Carolina will call it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, UNC!
The textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Brown to begin the drive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll keep it on the ground. Steps his way to a little bit of a pickup. Not enough for the first down as the clock continues to move here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The offense changing the play. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We kick things off with Boston College, taking on the #1 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
And it's the Eagles, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Brown again. Got a little grass. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. He is in. Touchdown Cardinals.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's going to try to return this one. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Going with the ground game left. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a productive play on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. He has 89 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. The Tar Heels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Takes the handoff. It's Hall. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's got it again. Slithers into space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Snags it, and there's running room. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the counter. Maybe a crease. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Cardinals are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. They'll go to the counter. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their 1st sack.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. From deep in their own end, they'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Working on the right. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. And the Tar Heels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Dances away. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He's going to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end.
Goes high to pull it in. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. The Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that secondary by this defense.
On third and short, the power run here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He wants it all. Incomplete. He was going for the touchdown.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be...
Touchdown, North Carolina! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. One more time, it's Brown. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
Could be an alley. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. North Carolina will call its 2nd timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout.
it.